What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. Glad that you could join today. Make sure you tune in live every evening, 10 p.m. Central, 7 days a week. We stream. You can call in to the Den line, express your thoughts and opinions on various topics. Monday through Friday, every weekday, we go 10 a.m. Central. So make sure you check that out too. We stream for about 2 hours a day. But anyway, all the proper information you're going to need to know will be over here, throughout the video. So I'm not going to get into all that. But I want to talk about this Lavar Ball Molly situation. It's been going on for a few days. I really wasn't going to speak on it. But some people have asked me my thoughts, and then with some of the things that Lavar came out and said today, I felt like it'd be appropriate to kind of get into it and, share my beliefs. So if you don't know, let's kind of get into this first article here and what it says. And basically said Lavar is no longer welcome to ESPN. Completely inappropriate comments towards the host on First Take. Now, if you don't know what happened, I'm going to read it and then I'm going to let you see a video basically showing a couple of things, because this is not the first time Lavar said what he said, basically in the manner in which he said. So I'll kind of let you make a decision for yourself, how you feel about it, what you think about it, and we'll go from there. But let's kind of read through this article briefly. I'm not going to go word for word. You can check it out. I have the links in the description below if you want to see it for yourself. But basically, it says, Lavar Ball never been shy about speaking his mind, which is true. Outspoken patriarch, but won't have ESPN as a platform anymore. Athletic reported Wednesday Ball has been barred from appearing on any ESPN platforms following his inappropriate remark to First Take host Molly Qerim. Came after his son was involved in a trade that sent Anthony Davis to the Lakers, sent basically his sons to the Pelicans. Ball was his normal bombastic self during the appearance before Qerim asked Ball would like to switch gears. Ball responded, "You can switch gears with me anytime." And I'm going to pause right there. If that is sexual innuendo, that's like some of the worst sexual innuendo. You have 2 or 3 other dudes there. This is not the first time he's had these interactions with Molly. It's not the first time he said this to Molly. And so I'm wondering what is different from the first time he said it to this time, because Molly's job is she's basically like the Anna Sarkeesian of ESPN. She's just there to point out anything that's offensive to women and females. I'm not a big fan of Molly. Never really have been. I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's real attractive. I guess, that's your bag. She's not an ugly woman, but that's neither here nor there when it comes to this conversation. But I guess you could use that as a premise to why he would say something. Now, this man is on television often. He has his own stuff going on. We'll get into that in a second. Has a wife at home who's probably watching his every move. Has sons. A son in the NBA. The other son, I don't know with LiAngelo, I don't know what he's doing, but he got another son who's probably be prepping to come to the NBA soon. So do you think that his sons would appreciate him openly flirting with another woman? You think he doesn't think about his son's well-being and the representation that he is for these sons? Openly flirting with another woman on TV, knowing his mom is at home, knowing everything that she's been through and that he's been there for. But the media doesn't like to talk about that, because if I'm not mistaken, she had a cancer scare and he was there to work through that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I want to know in the comments below, I want to know how y'all feel about this. If you've seen the video, or after you see the video, or whatever it is, your thoughts. But I want you to put this in your mind, because the media likes to portray stuff. We know that ESPN is going definitely SJW central, and that's been causing them to lose a lot of viewership, because they're just trying to push a lot of these narratives that nobody likes. Michelle Beadle, she's terrible. Molly really has no real purpose. And some of these other channels too. We can talk about some of these other chicks. A lot of people like to bring up when Lavar Ball told Christine Leahy, whatever her name is, to stay in her lane. After she made all these statements and things, but they love to paint the loud, boisterous, stand-up guy as the bad guy. He speaks his mind because he's not submissive like some of these other guys. Okay, Molly, all right, Molly. He's not kissing ass like some of these other people. He's definitely, I hate the terms alpha and beta because that shit is so overrated, but he's definitely a dominant man in the presence of other men. He doesn't let anybody overspeak him. I love that. I don't give a shit about the Ball kids. I don't follow him. But Lavar is outstanding, because me, in my personal opinion, his promotion, his marketing is what got Lonzo where he was. He called it. It happened. I respect it. Now, again, let's kind of finish this article and then we'll come back. It's a short article, so it's not too much more. Things immediately turned awkward, and ESPN officials immediately condemned Ball's comments. She felt that Qerim said that ESPN had her back. Ball said his comments were not intended to be sexual. They didn't buy the response for a minute. Said they were completely inappropriate. Said Ball has not reached out with an apology, which he shouldn't. He's a 51-year-old Ball, has no plans moving forward to include the 51-year-old Ball as an on-air guest or on-the-record source for digital platforms, or even a background source. No one gives a fuck. Fuck ESPN. Anyway, again, you know, when you don't have anything negative to undermine and just discredit certain people because they've been stand up in their character for the most part, because he says, you know, he makes outrageous boasts and claims, but he's not a bad guy. He doesn't say anything to harm, and he's a character in a way, but you got to respect what he's done. You know, he started another league for athletes who may not have access to the NBA or may want another route to go. He got his own shoe brand for his kids, you know. He's got sons that are doing things differently. He's not following the status quo. He's not following. People don't like it when you don't fall in line. So they have to find a way to undermine you. And if you look at it, honestly, Molly was the only person who had a response to that. So like I said, we're gonna pull up that video, right? And then I want to pull up the video of what Lavar responded and how he responded to the particular reaction. So I'm gonna pull this up for you, and then excuse me, and we'll kind of get some thoughts on that. Now this is from 2017 and 2019 to show that this is not the first time this happened. Just check it out.
Don't be rude. I am saying to you that you didn't have to come out with that statement like that towards the kids. If you can't afford it, you ain't a big baller. That was very rude.
That's
it was
not
very
to the
rude.
kids.
All right,
The parents got to get that. You already know.
Can we switch gears here? All right, so after this year, the Lakers need LeBron.
Go ahead.
LeVar,
before I
have
get
a
back to him.
LeVar, can I switch gears with you because I have a question here.
Switch gears with me anytime.
Let's stay focused here. All right.
Same hand motion. You see that? Same
Can you
hand
please
motion.
explain to me what the biggest... Can we switch gears here?
Again, it's made it into a nothing. Made it into a whole nothing. Made it into a nothing. Look at that hand motion. Same hand motion right there. Same thing. So that tells me that he wasn't thinking anything different. Same hand motion, responded, switch gears, change up. He's a very active dude. He's a guy that just says he will never let you have the last word, right? That's just what it is. But people want to take it and run with it like, oh, he's openly flirting with it. Show me another instance of him flirting with Molly in some kind of way, and then maybe I can say, okay, yeah, now there's a trend there. Why would he just shoot this one little shot, repeating basically what she said? That's not the first time she said it. And, you know, talking about, you know, progressing the conversation. But yet all of a sudden, you know, he's a pervert, he's disrespecting his family when this man has been all about his family since day one and the way he represents his family and doing what's best for his family, especially the promotion of his son. So you think he's going to openly be an example of disrespect to his wife on a national platform in a situation like this, one of the most watched sports talk shows for whatever reason? You think he's just going to openly disrespect his wife like that, like she doesn't watch and see what's going on? Now, here's where I agree with Lavar. And people say, oh, you're just a Lavar fan, but prove me otherwise. Prove it with some type of validity and some facts other than your emotions. Now, she wanted to make a face because, again, she's the poster child for feminism or whatever on ESPN. You know, we see how they're leaning with a lot of the shows and things they're changing up, and it's terrible. I can't honestly tell you the last time I really watched ESPN, other than maybe a clip or two here on YouTube, and I really don't watch those anymore. Even the other channel too, Fox. I just don't really get into the sports talk as much, even though I have my own sports talk channel. So Lavar said his on-air comments by Molly were misconstrued and her mind was in the gutter. Because again, the way he said it wasn't any sensual tone to it. You can switch gears with me anytime. The same connotation, the same way he speaks every time. But yet somehow all of a sudden now it's perverse. Ball came under fire for his remarks when Qerim asked if she could switch gears in a topic interview on First Take. You can switch gears with me anytime. You can change the subject anytime you want to. That's the way I perceived it. He fired back against critics on Saturday, saying his words were misconstrued. I meant no sexual intent. Switch gears means change the topics to me. Her mind was in the gutter. She's thinking something else. The only time I'd hit on her, she's breaking into my house, and I mistake her for the boogeyman. Lavar is hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. They said that he's banned, and this is the most legit. So I'm gonna let you see the video for yourself. Says, how am I be banned? I don't work for them. Said I'm gonna be banned from ESPN. I got my own show, which is true. And this is what talks about. Let's talk about not only Lavar Ball, but let's talk about these little fucking talking heads that they have. See, that's a big deal to them because they don't have another outlet. If they get banned from their show, their ESPN show or whatever, then that's it for them. Lavar Ball is a man who's self-made, made his own platforms, built his own brands, which I commend and respect more than, you know, people who go and jump on another platform and try to make a name for themselves. But without that, once that plug gets pulled, they become irrelevant. Lavar Ball will always be relevant as long as he's a man that stands on his own 10 toes. But there's a reality show on Facebook called Ball and the Family. Follows the lives of Ball's 3 basketball players' sons. In addition, Ball runs the Junior Basketball Association and has a line of shoes. So why would he ruin all this? Why would he do all of this? Again, knowing that he has cameras following him often anyway. Why would he do this openly, be openly flirtatious with this woman? Again, knowing he has a wife and children who are all in the spotlight. Like there wouldn't be some type of backlash. But I'm gonna show you the other video. Because again, like I said, they want to paint a narrative. They want to paint a picture about this man. And if your mind is always focused on, I talk about it with racism, I talk about it with feminism or sexism, whatever you want to call it, being sexist. If you're looking for every incident you can, you'll misconstrue anything you can find and turn it into that shit. And that's what Molly did here. And so, fuck ESPN. I ain't finna issue a boycott of ESPN. I'm already boycotting. I don't watch that shit. I don't watch TV like that anyway. Unless it's the actual live sporting event, and 9 times out of 10, I'm cutting the sound off because the shit is bullshit that people say. And besides, ESPN be hating on my boy hard. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to show their man love as the MVP. That's why I stopped fucking with them. They hating on my city. Anyway, I'm gonna let you see the video. Stop rambling and ranting. And you tell me what you think.
ESPN, you were banned from all their platforms.
I'm gonna be banned, and I don't work for them. I gotta be banned from ESPN. I got my own show.
Was your comment? What was your comment? I mean, when they could switch gears at any time. I mean, we didn't see it.
I don't even have to respond to that on the fact that I meant no sexual intent or nothing on the fact that switch gears mean change topics to me.
Right.
Her mind in the gutter if she thinking something else. Only time I hit on her if she breaking in my house and I mistake her for the boogeyman.
Hey, I like it.
They hate you when they ain't you. When they can't undermine what you got going on. If he was feeling some type of way, you'd have seen it in his body language, his demeanor. He's confident. He knows what he said. He knows what he's about. But you have these big media platforms who just need stories. They just need something to do and say. And again, they gotta jump behind their commentators and their analysts or whatever to back them up in a lot of these goofy situations that really don't make any sense. And again, the power of a lot of these women is strong, because there have been so many accusations from handlers and makeup artists. Oh, this guy on this network, we saw a lot with the NFL network, they were flirting with me or they said something, and all these Me Too movement shit's going on. It's very unfortunate, man, that Lavar has gotten caught up in this situation. I don't think he did anything wrong, but yet people are going to paint a picture, and what you got is a lot of headline readers, people who are not going to really look into the story. And if you read the wording and you imagine it being sexist, it's going to sound sexist. Yeah, you can switch gears with me anytime. That's how you're going to read. Oh man, you can switch gears with me anytime. Man, you can switch gears with me anytime. That's not even a sexual movement. That's motherfucker thinking in a car. You're in an imaginary car, room, like kids when you were little, you drive that. Bingo, that's my car. You drive your imaginary car. That's what the fuck is going on there. But yet the media is trying to paint Lavar because he's never bowed down to their bullshit. As many have come for his head. He stood tall, because they're not doing, he's not falling in line like everybody else is because they're afraid of what's out there or what it could do to their careers. When you're self-made, you're not worried about shit like that. So I commend Lavar. I stand behind Lavar. I back Lavar Ball. They backed Molly. Fuck them. I'm backing Lavar Ball. And where's Jalen Rose punk ass? That's supposed to be his old lady. He's supposed to have a baby. What he got to say? Nothing. He ain't gonna say shit. Because one, he don't want to with Lavar. Lavar probably older than him. I know for a fact Lavar's older than him. He don't want to with Lavar. And Jalen Rose he's got to follow the narrative too. If he get out of line, well, that'll be his time. Anyway, I hope y'all guys understand what's really going on here, not only in this situation, but all over the media, even on platforms like this. People who are speaking their minds, people who are being honest, people who are not bound down to the establishment, or they're trying to suppress them, they're trying to push them down, they're trying to keep them from being able to say the things that they truly feel, even though it may not be disrespectful, it may just be the disagreement with the narrative that's being painted. Yet they want to throw other these people under the bus. They want to push one image. They want to make the world look like it's worse than it really is so that they can justify their moral existence or whatever it may be. But hey, not me. This is The Den Show. Social commentary from a realistic perspective, the best conversation on the internet. Make sure you catch us live, 10 p.m. Central, 7 days a week. We'll be live tonight, whatever day you catch it. If you don't care if it's now, a month from now, a year from now, we will be live. Maybe a year from now, the times may change, who fucking knows. But I'm your boy Ed Honcho. You can catch my personal social media at Ed Honcho, HTX on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow The Den Show at Den Show Live on every platform, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Like the Facebook page. Links in the description below to catch these articles, to catch these videos, anything you want to follow up on. Man, I appreciate you watching today. That's all I got to say about it, because again, like I said, the nonsense and the way that the media is painting everything these days, it's crazy. And again, it only gets worse. Now the shit that's not even, that bad, or that they want to frame it as innuendo, they're trying to ban people. Like you said, you can't ban a man. You can't ban a man that's got his own platform. You can't ban me. I don't work for y'all. Shout out to Lavar Ball, man. Stand up guy. We need more fellas to be like Lavar in 2019. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I'll catch y'all soon. Catch y'all live. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Share this shit if you're rocking with it. I'm gone.